Hi, and welcome back to another DIY video. Today we're going to go ahead and make this dollar store picture frame into a beautiful piece of Valentine wall decor. So welcome to Artsy Angie's DIYs, and I will see you soon. Okay, so today what I did was I went ahead and took that brown picture frame that we got from the dollar store, and I went ahead and used some white acrylic paint and painted right over it. You could also use white chalk paint. Then you grab, I got an 80 grit piece of sandpaper, and I started to just rub off the edges so you could see some of that dark brown seep through to give it that rustic look. And I'm pretty pleased how it turned out all together. So don't forget, as you see it there, I also removed the backing of the picture frame and the piece of glass that it came with. So I removed everything. So I went ahead and painted that frame first. Now I'm going to take the inside of my backing, and I am going to take a roll of actually gift wrapping paper that I saw that had a really pretty heart prints on it. I really liked how it looked, so I decided to get this roll, and I am going to go ahead and take it out of its packaging. I thought it was a really pretty print with all these hearts on it, very neutral. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the back of the frame. I'm going to position it over my gift wrapping paper. I'm going to take a pencil and trace around so I know where to cut. I'm just going to do it all the way around. And obviously I'm doing it on the inside of my wrapping paper so I could see and use the measurements or the grid that's already inside the wrapping paper. And then I'm going to grab my fabric scissors and go ahead and make a nice clean cut all the way around. Basically where I use my pencil drawing, I'm going to go ahead and cut all the way around. So I have that perfect rectangular shape for the backing of my picture frame. So put that to the side. And for this part, now that I have my wrapping paper all cut up, I'm going to place it right over my picture frame backing. So I'm going to use some Mod Podge. And when I use Mod Podge, I like to always look for a used old brush that you're never going to use for painting. That it would just be like kind of like your Mod Podge glue brush. So that is what I'm doing right now, trying to find the right Mod Podge brush. And so I have this little bit of Mod Podge that I'm just going to kind of squeeze out and put on the backing of that picture frame. And then I'm going to smooth the glue over evenly, and obviously quickly before it dries, because Mod Podge sometimes can dry pretty quickly. So just doing some back and forth motions, up and down, trying to cover all the surface of the back part of that picture frame, which is basically the cardboard part of the picture frame. Then I'm going to grab my wrapping paper and place it right on top, and make sure I have all sides, all edges covered. Then gently press down, making sure you remove any air bubbles, and just continuing to press. Sometimes you have to lift before the glue gets really sticky. Sometimes you have to smooth it out. At this point, I was trying to get a lot of the air bubbles out, and then the paper started crinkling on me, and I wasn't really happy how it was turning out. So I just went ahead and as I'm pressing, I'm seeing all these air bubbles. I really wasn't too pleased. It really looked very wrinkled. So at this point, I was kind of getting a little bit not happy with how it was turning out. So I just went ahead and just pulled the paper off altogether just to start over. It just had way too many bubbles, too many I guess you could say wrinkles. So I just went ahead and evenly tried to remove all the pieces of paper that was left on my board and basically just start right over. I'm sorry. I just thought it was just way too wrinkly, and that's not the look I was trying to go for. So we're gonna try this one more time. So putting a little bit more of that Mod Podge and evenly spread it nice and evenly onto that backing of that board, because I don't want to have those air bubbles. So now what I'm going to do is evenly place it almost all at the same time, kind of eyeballing it and then gently pressing down. And when I did that the second time around, it had a much better effect to my paper. It didn't get all wrinkly in the front or bubbly. So I went ahead and had some extra that was overhang from the gift wrapping paper. So now I'm just using my scissors and cutting it to size. I just want to make sure that I cut all four sides right up to the picture frame, because I'm basically cutting it to the size of the backing of that picture frame. I guess that's what it's called. A backing. All right, so we got all four sides trimmed up, and that is what it looks like. Now there was some parts where I did need extra glue, so I very lightly on my corners added a little bit more of that Mod Podge, just to make sure that my backing was sticking, and press nice and gently so I didn't get any of those air bubbles again. So I went ahead and did the same to the bottom left corner, and then I'm going to go ahead and check the right side, and I think everything looks okay. I think it looks okay. So I decided to trim the extra, whatever little extra, so it's nice and flush with that backing. Then on that then what I did is I went ahead and flipped the backing back into its place. I'm not using the glass that it came with, so the glass can be used if you'd like for another project. I did keep it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do something with that piece of glass that came with the picture frame, but in this scenario I'm just putting back the backing, and there you go. You do see a little bit of those air bubbles, but it was not as bad as the first time around. So I went ahead and used the same backing clips to clip the backing back into place. As you can see, like most picture frames have those little clips. So I clipped it back into place, and it looks pretty cute. Matches really nicely with my my white framed border. Now I grabbed one of these trucks. This little Valentine truck actually came with a like a garden stick. So I believe it was for like a garden stick or to put in a flower arrangement. So I used a pair of pliers, and I pulled out that metal stick that it came with, and I'm just kind of sanding around the edges a little bit, kind of giving it a little bit of that rustic look, just around the edges of my little truck. And I'm not sure if the camera can show you, but it's more like a beige truck. It might look a little yellow on the screen, but it's more like a neutral type truck. So I'm going to place that right there at the bottom. At this point, make sure that you have your hot glue gun ready. And always safety first. Make sure you protect yourself whenever you're using your hot glue gun. So I'm trying to make sure, I kind of eyeball it, make sure it's in position. Then I want to make sure where I want my hearts. I got these little wooden hearts from the Dollar Tree. They came in a little packet in different sizes and colors. So at this point, I'm just going to just trying to see what I like to create onto this little wall decor that I'm trying to do. And of course, at this point, I'm waiting for my glue gun. That's really what I'm doing, is stalling, waiting for my glue gun to heat up. And because I don't have that glass, I went ahead and put some glue, hot glue, on the corner edges of that backing, and making sure that it's nice and steady so it will be able to hold my wooden truck onto there. So again, I'm just kind of putting things together, seeing how it look. I had this pre-made bow done, trying to get some ideas of how I'd like this to finish. I really do like the truck there at the bottom. I thought maybe I might use that bow, maybe not. I wasn't too sure. So I like how I have the position of the truck, with the hearts obviously in the bed of the truck, and then a couple of hearts floating outward, which I thought was perfect with that background of hearts that is very subtle, but you can tell has heart detail in the paper. So now I thought of getting a different idea. I had found these beads. I got these beads at I think it was at Dollar General. I found those little wooden beads in the craft section. So I'm definitely going to be using those beads. I see a lot of these beads being used for a lot of decor and decoration. So what I'm doing right now is, while I'm waiting for my glue gun to heat up, I took a white pipe cleaner and I'm just starting to string those beads through my white pipe cleaner. And what that does is it's going to be now my kind of like my door hanger, or should I say the hanger to my picture frame. So we're creating that look. So I am trying to see how many beads I will need. I keep stringing some more, just trying to get an idea of how many. So just keep stringing those little wooden beads. And you can find these wooden beads pretty much anywhere. I think Amazon has Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. I don't think I've seen them at Dollar Tree, but they definitely have at the Dollar General craft section. So I went ahead and make sure I had an even amount of beads. And just realizing I'm going to string a couple more. And that's going to be the backing on the top of my picture frame. So once I figured how many beads I needed, then I'm going to hold my pipe cleaner evenly and making a loop knot on one end of the pipe cleaner, and then slowly bringing that knot upward to where that bead ends, as high as I can make it go. So that is where I am doing that on one end. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the other end, where I'm going to tie this little knot right here. And that's just to added security so that my beads don't fall out. So I'm making that little overhead knot on the other side of my pipe cleaner. Then I'm going to make sure they're even. And I'm going to do a little twist on them, making sure that they're even. And then I'm going to trim whatever extra is hanging from the pipe cleaner. But I'm leaving enough pipe cleaner where I can then hot glue it to the back of my picture frame. So now that the hanger's done and I know where I'm going to position, now I'm going to go back to getting my glue gun, and I'm going to glue again the inside of those corners to the backing. Because my backing did not have that piece of glass, again, it's kind of flimsy. So that's why now I am actually putting some hot glue right there in each of my corners just to give it extra stability. So when I do attach my truck, the truck doesn't flop right off. And now when I do the other corner, I finally decided, since I'm hanging this, I don't need that picture frame stand. So I remove that from the middle, and then I go to that last corner and again do the same. I add a little bit of dollop of hot glue basically to each of those four corners to maintain a better stability and that backing doesn't come flying off. Making sure I get all my glue stringies off. And it looks so pretty. So I can't wait to now attach my truck with hearts. So cute. It says "Love You Loads." So adorable. And now that truck came from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier, but that one came from Hobby Lobby. There is my beads. So I'm thinking I will probably give it a good twist so I know that I have enough space to glue for the backing. Just like that. So I went ahead and flipped the picture frame, and now I'm hot gluing each end, holding it down with my scissors, the tip of my scissors, safety first. If you have a finger glove, that's where you could put your finger glove and hold it down. Because I am actually attaching that pipe cleaner to the back of the picture frame, so I'm just gluing the ends, making sure it's nice and even on in appearance. Another dollop of glue, and then just holding down to make sure that's even. That's what I'm doing. Sometimes it's better to see it from the front to make sure the sides are even. Add a little bit more hot glue and then just press down and hold. Okay, so then whatever extra, I'm going to cut with my scissors. And now I have my little picture hanger with my beads. Super cute. It's such a new thing right now. These beads are such in style. So I thought, why not jump on the bandwagon and do a cute little DIY wall decor with these beads. And look how cute. It's got that little farmhouse look. We've got our rustic frame going that we painted. We got our gift wrapping paper as our background. And now we're going to go ahead and take this Hobby Lobby truck that I believe was had a garden stake in it. You remove the garden stake. I sanded the edges, and now we are hot gluing the truck right dead center at the bottom of our picture frame. And now I'm going to float 2 hearts, so it looks like the hearts are floating out of the back of the truck. Now these wooden hearts do come from Dollar Tree. It already has these little glue dots in the back, so all I did was I added a little extra glue on the back. Now this one is an unfinished, unpainted heart, so I left it unpainted because somehow the color of that wood matches perfectly to the color of the truck. So I thought it would be a good balance. So therefore I left that wooden heart unpainted and as is. And the other one already came pink. I did not paint it pink because some of these wooden hearts that come from the Dollar Tree come in a pack where there's some red, some pink, and some unpainted. And there you go, how cute. So look at that. It looks so pretty, so simple. Nice, cute little farmhouse look with just a couple of little items. I love how this turned out. And I love it has that farmhouse look. I kept debating whether I wanted to put this kind of a ragly bow that I had made that has some hearts on the bows. So, I mean, the sky's the limit. You can put a little bow on the side if you like, if that's your preference. But the more I kept looking at it without the bow, I think I was trying to figure out if I wanted it there in the center on the top or on the bottom, but I think overall at the end, I just like the simplicity of it, and I just went ahead and left it just as is. Love the way it turned out. Love you loads. Super cute. And super easy to make just with a couple of items. We took that ugly brown picture frame and turned it into that really pretty farmhouse look. Okay, so there you have it. Our cute little Valentine picture frame wall decor. Just a few items. It was super easy to make. I love doing this project. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel and like, share, sprinkle the love. Hope to see you soon at my next DIY. And I just wanted to put it up here on the wall and hang it for you so you could have a better look. So thank you so much and enjoy, and happy Valentine's Day.